have a year get completely away from you. One day it's January 1st, and then suddenly it's the end of October or early November, and you realize that you bought yourself a birthday gift in May and never even opened it. That's been my year. I got myself a guitar for my birthday back in May. Let's see what I got myself and how much I like it. As you can see, I haven't even taken this baby out of the box. I can tell you this was sold to me by Johnny from Oakland Guitars. Thank you so much, Johnny. I'm sure you're wondering why I never mentioned whether or not I like the guitar you sold me, and the truth is I was so overwhelmed with everything from May to now that I never even took it out of the box. I wanted to do an unboxing. I never made time for that. So let's do it. I can go ahead and tell you all it's not a Gibson. It's just a Gibson box. So let's get to it. I got my trusty knife, and I love this knife. I bought it on tour. Promptly slice my whole hand open, right? And if you're wondering, no, this box does not have my address on it. Oh, that was embarrassingly difficult. Oh wow. This is the case. I actually really like this case. It's small, it's compact. Let's find out what's in it. I know what's in here. Don't worry. My life hasn't gone that awry. Ooh. Oh, how about that for the reveal? Stunning. Oh my god. Look at these stickers. Okay. Hello, beautiful. Let's get that paper out of there. Oh my god. It's a Musicmaster 2. Wow. I'm pretty sure it's from 1967, but it has been a while. Oh, look at this gorgeous tote bag. I have got my dramatic lighting, so. Oh, that's nice. Thank you, Johnny. I love this case. I don't have a lot of cases like this. Is there anything in here? Oh. Whoa. I don't know, listen, I don't know what vintage per se the strap is, but it's not brand new, that's for damn sure. Got some stickers, throw those over there. Oops. Nothing else in the case, so I'm gonna go get this out of the way. Alright, I am back and I am all tuned up, and my Musicmaster 2, as you can see, has just the one pickup, a master volume and master tone control. I am using the Falcon Drive, that is the Aquabats pedal by Rude Tech Effects, because I like it a lot. But here is what the clean sounds like. And let's go ahead and engage the Falcon Drive. I can't imagine that this is a particularly high output pickup. I did have to increase the gain on my interface quite a bit to get this sounding the way that I want it to sound. But I really like the way this guitar feels, especially. Oh, let me turn up the volume again. Really interesting about it is this nut width. It's very clearly super narrow up here, which is I think why Jesse got rid of it, because this is a really nice, comfortable neck profile. But this nut width, it's super narrow up here, and it feels like about an inch wider or longer up here. So I don't have like a real way to measure distance handy, but I still have my pocket knife. So I'm not sure if you'll be able to see, but going from this line at the top there, from that high E to that low E, it hits about the bottom or the opposite side of this X emblem here. So you can see that. And then if we move over here, high E to low E is that line to that screw. So I would call that roughly an inch different, but what do I know about inches? Yeah, that's a very big volume difference, if I do say so myself. There's a lot to be said for taking something apart and putting it back together. So after I filmed this video for the first time, I was like, that output seemed wrong, and I measured it, and it was measuring at like 245 ohms, and that was with, you know, the volume pot and tone pot like where they ought to be, and you all heard it. It was not super duper loud. So I'm like, well, let me take the pickups out and let me measure the pickups by themselves. And they were measuring in the 6K range. And the pots were measuring where they were supposed to be measuring as far as I could tell. Well, actually, I was having trouble measuring the tone pot, but the volume pot was spot on. I knew the tone pot was working. And then I measured it. I put it back together. I measured it at the output jack, and it was working great. And then I put a cable back into it, it's working. So I'm gonna restring this guy and put it back together and play it again. But let's just take a look at the guitar since we have it out. So the pickups were wound on May 26, 1965. That's really cool. It looks like this is the original paint job. That's what Johnny said. He thought it was a refin, and it turns out it is. It seems legitimately like this was the original color, which is really, really cool. You can see the shielding in there. You can see this kind of mess of a wiring job, but I put it all back together. It seems sturdy enough, and it's measuring, you know, again, where it ought to be. So that's good news for me. I'm going to put this guy back together, but let's get a close-up on just this gorgeous, gorgeous grain. And the headstock logo. Gorgeous. So here is how this guitar is supposed to sound. Let's talk about this guitar a little bit more. Obviously, I said earlier 67. Again, this is a 65. So, per the date on the neck pocket, the finish, Johnny, when he first got it, said that he thought it might have been a rethin, but upon further inspection, it was clear to him that this seems to be checking out as the original finish, which is super, super cool. The neck has some just awesome checking on it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to zoom in enough to show that. The body is routed for a Mustang. So this is probably, according to Johnny, from what I remember him telling me, probably originally a Mustang factory second, which he says was not uncommon at the time. And the neck profile is asymmetrical. Is an interesting thing. I find it to be really comfortable. Again, he mentioned that it's tiny, and that's one of the reasons some people don't like it. It's the reason he couldn't keep it. Like, imagine like you run a guitar store and you get a 65 Musicmaster 2 or any 65 guitar from Fender or a cool company like that, and the pickup was wound on your birthday. Not literal birthday, but close enough. That's pretty awesome. You would keep it if you could. But again, the neck up here, I didn't measure it because I was just so excited to get the pickup working. Much smaller nut width up here, and then the bridge a lot wider. So it's really an interesting instrument to play. I know a lot of women especially who would go nuts for this guitar because of the small nut width. It's really hard to find instruments that are more ergonomic if you have very small hands. So I love that this has that. It makes some stretches that I've struggled with in other songs a lot easier. So there's a lick in one of the songs I play that goes, turn it up all the way. So that could be really hard to hit otherwise. Is this how men with normal sized hands feel playing guitar all the time? It's awesome. So there's just little stretches here and there. That's another one. Because I need to hit that with the pinky and I need to bar. I can't usually hit that with the barring. I usually have to kind of fudge that little lick in that song. And I don't have to fudge it anymore. And then of course there's like the Purple Rain chords, which are nuts. That's one where I can't usually hit the high E on it. And now I can hit the high E. That's amazing. Whitney Valentine played that originally, so I have no excuse except for she's a monster. Oh yeah, and here's what it sounds like with just a little bit of drive. I really like this guitar. I am 100% going to gig with this guitar. I don't care how you feel about gigging with old instruments and crappy bars, but I'm going to do it. God damn it. This guitar, I am so happy with it now. I was so sad earlier. I was so sad. And now I'm so happy. check out Oakland Guitars if you're in the area or online. The Instagram page, I'll link to that in the show notes. But Johnny always has really, really, really cool stuff available. I bought this with my money, and he, you know, obviously provided some moral support and technical support as well when I couldn't figure out why it wasn't working right. But I feel like this was a hell of a find. I'm so stoked. If you liked this video, you might like other videos, so check those out. Like, comment, subscribe. That's my favorite way to support the channel. We also have a Patreon at patreon.com/getoffset. For as little as $5 a month, you get access to our exclusive Discord server, which is a really fun place. Lunamatic for the people, thanks for being our newest supporter. What else do I got for you? We have merch at getoffsetpodcast.com/shop, including merch with the new logo on it. Finally! Really stoked for that, and happy to everyone who's for everyone who's bought one. I hope you really like whatever you got. We have hoodies, hats, t-shirts, and tank tops right now. Yeah, we have an affiliate links in the video description. So if there's anything in the world that you need that Oakland Guitars does not have, please consider using those. It's a great way to support the channel, doing things you were probably going to do anyway. So that's always fun. But everybody out there, thanks for watching. Thanks for understanding. Until next time, my name is Emily. Goodbye.